Hello everybody, my name is Scryer, and welcome back to the darkest dungeon. Or at least the darkest one you can find for the next couple of miles. Alright, so last time we did a little short dungeon. We tested out the shield breaker. We got another shield breaker as part of an event, and we also unlocked the sanitarium. So the sanitarium is where you can get those quirks that I mentioned in a previous episode removed. So like egomania, God-fearing, you can have them removed, and it's also where you can cure diseases, like the one our Vestal contracted. So we're actually going to cure her spasm of the entrails, which sounds disgusting when you think about it. But yeah, so that's what the sanitarium does. It's pretty straightforward. You can use it to lock in positive quirks, use it to remove negative ones. It's kind of expensive, so it's not really worth it, but sometimes we are going to really want to keep a character around, particularly any that become fan favorites. Alright, so let's take a look at the stagecoach and see what we got. Alright, so we have a Hellion, another Plague Doctor, another Man-at-Arms, and another Grave Robber. But our roster is currently full, so we're actually going to have to upgrade the Hero Barracks. But we need some deeds to do that. So I've done this in a previous episode, I know, but I've never actually shown it. So you can convert one type of heirloom into another type. So, like, I can, for example, convert crests into deeds. I believe it's like 3 crests equal 1 deed. And we need 8 deeds to unlock the increased roster.
Great heroes can be found even here, in the mud and rain.
So that little tool lets us basically take heirlooms that we don't need and get heirlooms that we do need. So I'm going to pick up the Hellion, just because we haven't had one of those.
Barbaric rage and unrelenting savagery make for a powerful ally.
Indeed they do, Mr. Wayne. Alright, picking up another Man-at-Arms might not hurt, but I don't really feel like we need any of these characters right now. Maybe we'll take this Grave Robber.
To those with a keen eye, gold
gleams like a dagger's point. If you couldn't tell, I played this game a little bit. Alright, so we're going to embark again on our next adventure. Now we have access to the Warrens and the Cove. So the Warrens are sort of like this infested sewerway crawling with pig-human-demon hybrids that want our flesh to make more pig-human-demon hybrids. And then there's the Cove, which just has a bunch of, like, H.P. Lovecraft-style fishmen living in it. And we've already been to the well, and we've already been to the ruins. But let's take a look at what we can get for trinkets. So we can get the Bleed Pendant for the Hellion, the Diseased Herb for the Plague Doctor, the Stun Amulet, sorry, which increases stun chance at the cost, and stun resist at the penalty of decreasing our dodge. It's not a terrible item, particularly for a Crusader or a Man-at-Arms, so you don't particularly want to be dodging things anyway. And then the Cove will give us the Agility Talon, which increases the Bounty Hunter's speed. And then there's the Courtyard, but I still feel like we're not quite ready for that yet. So I think we're actually going to go back into the well and try to get that Stun Amulet. And this time we're going to take along... I actually really liked the Shield Breaker last time we used it. So I'm going to take both of our Shield Breakers this time and kind of try to go for what is known as a juggle comp. A juggle comp is essentially where your party is constantly moving and changing their position in the lineup in order to sort of get better, more effective tactics or to unleash more interesting and wilder abilities. I would take our Jester along for this because he would be the perfect sort of like candidate, but he's currently a little bit too stressed out. So I think we're actually going to take our Grave Robber, and it may be the return of the pickaxe to the face. We will see. And then we're going to provision up. Going to take food. Oh, there's this is going to be a longer dungeon, so we may split this up into 2 parts. Like I said, I want to try to do like a 1 dungeon a video for you guys, but sometimes it's not going to be realistic. I know that. I really want it to be, but I realize that it won't be, so we might end up breaking up longer dungeon runs into 2 parts, like I said. This might be one of them. But once more, we delve into the thick, forested heart of darkness.
I knew all these paths once. Now
they are as twisted as my own ambitions. Oh, jeez. This is a long dungeon. Alright, yeah, this is definitely going to be a 2-parter. So we got a grave here. Shovel? Yeah! Alright.
Handsome reward.
I mean, it's just
for a
common
task
sense.
Well performed.
I keep meaning to pull up a thing that'll let me know what each curio does and how to, like, get the best result. But I keep forgetting. Alright, so we're going to keep the light nice and bright. This is definitely anti-venom, I believe. Yeah! 2 for 2.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave
And,
of
of
the
course, we hit a
foolhardy
trap.
alike.
So that's great. We don't have a healer for this run, so we got to kind of be a little bit more cautious than we would be. This might actually be the first dungeon we actually have to run away from, too. I would hate it if that was the case, but it happens. Hunger check. Torch. So that's cool.
Packs laden with loot
Loot
are
are
often low on
low on supplies. I like Wayne. And we have a fight. Pretty standard comp. Alright, so let's show you what a juggle comp is all about. So, our Grave Robber here is going to use Lunge, which is going to move her forward in the order. Stressful Incantation, pretty standard. Oh, I don't have anyone to relieve stress relief. Ooh, this really might be the first dungeon we have to run from. We need to kill these stress stealers real fast. These acolytes got to go.
Terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Ooh, yeah. Alright, so we're going to use his Duelist Advance,
Their formation is broken.
which moves him up and also makes it so he's
Offensive.
riposting, which is something we haven't seen before. Riposte essentially means if he's attacked, he'll get to make a free attack on the enemy. It's really useful. So we have Impale. Oh, is that hit all of them? Let's give it a shot. That hits all of them. And again, another really beautiful little animation. You're way too far back. I didn't realize. Alright, so we're going to move you up. Get our Highwayman back in position to lunge. And then we're going to pickaxe to the face. Alright, and then we're going to lunge that guy. And then we're going to Duelist Advance that guy.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Maybe 2 Shield Breakers wasn't the best setup for this, because we're having the issue of our poor friend Tardif over here keeps getting pushed back to the point where she's essentially useless. Let's move her all the way up this time. Alright. We need...
Weaken.
Alright. This is a little challenging. Let's get Blight on her. Slowly die to poison, please.
As the
And there we
fiend
go.
falls, a faint
That just
hope
leaves her back
blossoms.
there. And thanks to Duelist Advance, we can actually get in there.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them
End her.
all.
What's this? +5 accuracy to range shields, -2 speed. We can actually maybe slide that onto our Grave Robber here. So let's quickly cure these bleeds. And, key. Nope, no effect. Then just go ahead. Yay, we got
Finding the
deeds.
stuff is only the first test. Now
Now
it must be
carried home, just like my groceries. Alright. Let's get the light back
The
up.
light, the promise of safety.
So we can walk right into some poisonous mushrooms. Gotta watch out for that. I always fall for the traps in the weld, just because it's too easy to miss them. They blend in so well. Alright, so we got a scout. There's going to be a battle, and then that room's going to be empty. Let's make sure the light is nice and bright. Okay, brigands. Cool. And we got the surprise. That's even better. Alright, so we definitely want to try to take out that gunman, because he's going to make it so these guys can hit us more easily. Good news is, like I said, if you advance like a duelist, no one is beyond your reach. Alright, so Adder's Kiss has a chance to blight, so let's try to get it onto him. There we go. What's this? Expose. So that debuffs him, and that
Slowly,
makes it so his crit chance is
gently.
reduced. And his speed is reduced. Cool.
How a life is taken.
Oh no! Oh no! That's not good, particularly because we have nothing to really heal. So that's the riposte going off and dealing some damage to him for attacking. Let's throw some
A
daggers.
decisive pummeling.
Good throw. He's not dead yet, though. Let's advance.
Prodigious size alone
And now he's
does
dead.
not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Oh, I love the lines. The voice lines are just amazing. They really add like a weight to the whole situation.
Dazed,
And not to mention they're truly terrifying sometimes.
to break.
No! No! Oh, no. Oh. Alright, well, we've lost our shield breaker.
Disadvantage. Give them no
Our first
quarter.
death. Oh. That's upsetting.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
That's really upsetting. I don't know if we should continue on. Like, the only reason I think we could continue on for this is because the juggle comp doesn't really have, like, a reliance on any one character, and the double shield breaker thing was kind of actually more of a hindrance to our comp. Haha, I caught it this time. The double shield breaker was kind of a hindrance to our juggle comp, so I'm kind of wondering if we can continue. I'll see if we can continue, but we're really pushing it now. I don't want this to run to end prematurely. I really don't. We're doing so well. Oh, we're not really doing that well. We've got a character death, but... You know what I mean. We were making it far. We were making progress. Hunger check. Not a problem. We have plenty of food. I might actually want to camp when I get to the this junction here. Or this junction here just before we continue. We only need to explore 90% of the rooms, which that means we don't need to explore all of them. Yeah, I think I'm going to camp here. Just to try and, like, get stress and health back.
Steel oneself against the coming horrors.
So let's... we have no, like, stress relief abilities, do we? We're going to use Bandit Sense. Because it prevents us from being ambushed at night. That's another problem with camping is you have a chance to be ambushed in the middle of the night unless you use abilities that can counteract it. So let's... we don't really need to heal, so let's use Snake Skin on her, so she has a buff. And we're going to use Night Moves. And then I guess we're also going to buff her Blight skill chance. So after a quiet night of camping, the heroes decided to soldier on, despite the loss of their friend. Will they be ambushed in the dark, or will they triumph and prevail, and complete the ever-winding halls of the darkest dungeon? That would be a great place to leave it if this video, you know, if I didn't have a time limit in mind for this video.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require
What
only
the-
the strength to follow it.
Stealth. Monsters with stealth have a shadowy appearance and cannot be hit by direct attacks, but are vulnerable to area of effect attacks. Additionally, some hero skills, such as the Shield Breaker's Expose, can hit them well in stealth. Well, that's great. Our Shield Breaker with Expose just died. These skills have an additional benefit of de-stealthing the monster. So, these are new mobs, I guess, that were added with the Shield Breaker. Good news is Tracking Shot can de-stealth, but I can't hit him. Or I can't hit the stealthed enemy from here. I guess I just gotta open vein. Dang it, resist bleed. Double daggers? It has riposte. I don't know if I want to necessarily do that. Yeah, we'll do it. Shit. Yeah. Knew it. I didn't know if the riposte actually affected range skills. I don't think it's ever something I paid attention to before. Okay. Okay, this is not good. I was not expecting this. I'm getting sick of these motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking dungeon. Resist the blight. I imagine it has a pretty high blight resist. Oh, this isn't good. I think we need a run.
And now
I think we
the
really
true
need a run.
test. Hold fast, or expire.
Blight. Yeah, I know about blight. All right. Well, we can anti-venom that, but we're still gonna take a lot of damage. I don't think we can win this. Like, I think we have to. Oh, can we not retreat? Oh. Oh, that's not good.
Well
Let's just try to kill that one then. That might make it a little easier. We can't target him at all, can we? And that one's riposting. And it has increased protection, so let's light it. Ah, I resisted it. I've never seen these enemies before.
Injury and despondence.
And we have no way to
set the
heal.
stage for heroism
Oh.
or cowardice.
All right. So, what just happened there? Because this is the first time it's happened to us. Is yeah, as the tooltip says, when a hero gets completely stressed, either one of two things will happen. They will either become afflicted, which is where they get this negative condition that will begin to affect and cause the rest of the party to go through problems. Like they'll start skipping their turns. They'll start stressing everybody out. They'll like refuse healing. They'll deliberately take attacks or mark themselves or give themselves status conditions. Depending on what the affliction is, there is a small chance for them to sort of rally and become heroic, but as is the case, this did not happen here, and now we have a hopeless death's door shield breaker. I think we need to leave. Although this thing is now de-stealth, so can we actually like attack it? It's protected, so it's guarded. Is it guarded by this thing? I think so. Okay, no damage. Cool. Snake bite. I mean, I'm gonna try to fight us through this, but I think we do probably are gonna end up needing to run. Pickaxe. And oh yeah, he's going down. Oh. Oh. Okay, yeah. If their stress gets too high, they can also suffer from a heart attack and die, which is not something we want. I think, but we can't retreat. This is not good. I told you this was a brutal game. I know the first couple episodes may have made you not believe me, but this is not going to be an easy venture. I'm going to be amazed if we actually get through this. Okay, good. We dodge. And then pickaxe to the face? Yeah. All right. Cool. So yeah, that was that.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
A beautiful thing. I am a beautiful thing, they say. Flawless as the sea of dunes, graceful as the desert wind, captivating as the shimmering mirage. They stare, they linger, they watch me without blinking. Huh. I wonder if that's lore for the shield breaker. Alright, well here's the good news. Aegis scales. Aegis scales are dropped by snakes who come from the shield breaker's homeland. These scales can be consumed by heroes to provide a single damage block protection. The next attack that hits the hero will do 0 damage. Oh, cool! So they're like a little trinket that gives us 1 free hit, essentially. That's pretty cool. Alright, so is this the journal page? Yep, that's the beautiful thing that we just read. And then the Venom Vial. Shield breaker only. Common, plus 30% blight skill chance, minus 10% blight resist. Alright. Yeah, at this point, I feel like it's way too dangerous for us to continue in the dungeon right now. Like, oh, did she cure herself? No, she's still hopeless. All right. Yeah, I think we have to abandon.
Great
All right.
adversity has a beauty.
So after Wayne's talking, I'll
It is
explain
the
abandonment.
fire that tempers.
All right. So, you have the option to run from any fight, or usually you have the option to run from any fight. I don't know why I couldn't run from those snakes back there, but you can run from the fight, and you can also abandon the adventure altogether. If you do that, you don't receive the quest rewards. So we didn't get the stun amulet or the portraits or the gold, but we did keep everything we found up till the point we chose to abandon. So we still get all the heirlooms we found. We still get all the trinkets and gold and items that we found. It's sort of like a compensation prize, you know, like those blue ribbons for participation. And we're going to get some negative quirks here. Dracomania, obsessed with killing. Oh, that's not good. Hydromania, obsessed with sainthood. That means we'll only pray. And then automation phobia, stress versus human. Automaton phobia. 20% stress versus humans. All right, so yeah. This is what happens. There's a lot of stress involved with abandoning. Your characters get really stressed out from it. It's not a good thing, but sometimes, as Wayne stated, discretion is the better part of valor. And running away will save your adventurers to fight another time and make sure you don't lose too much. You never really want to push your luck.
awash in blood and delusion. He bears the burden of 1,000 lifetimes.
Alright, so the town event is the Flagellant. We're going to get a Flagellant. This is a hero that was introduced in the Crimson Court DLC. For those of you who don't know what a Flagellant is, it's sort of like someone who... the best definition I've heard is it's someone who embraces faith and God through physical punishment. So like whipping themselves, beating themselves, abusing themselves in order to attain a higher sense of the divine. So this Flagellant is pretty good, so we're actually going to take him.
There is power in the blood for those with the fortitude to pay the price.
All right, so yeah, that was that run, and it was pretty bad, but we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Feel free to share the video, pass it around. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter, all that usual jazz. And until next time, when we delve deeper into the darkest dungeon. Or, you know, just into the graveyard.